Well, welcome everyone. Good morning. Everyone here knows me, but I'll still say my name is Ilene, and I'll be giving the service today. And the topic is the power of affirmations. And I have faith that in fellowship, we are intuitively co-creating in love and fellowship. And I am sending blessings to everyone who's sharing spirit with us today. And a special blessing to those listening at home online. We feel and we embrace your energy, and we are in the earth energy of Leo. That's the virtue of compassion, the fifth sign of the zodiac, and it's associated with fire, a lion, and it's a fixed sign. And as I read, Leo people are creative, dominant, confident, and intelligent. And I know we have a few Leos in this group today. I am sure that each one of you here today, or when participating online, have been touched by the energy of the Masters and are grateful for their guidance towards reaching our life goals of co-creating with truthfulness and kindness. And today's talk is going to be about the power of affirmations. And we'll start with a short quote from Paramahansa Yogananda, who wrote, "Words saturated with sincerity, conviction, faith, and intuition are highly explosive vibration bombs, which when set off shatter the rocks of difficulties and create the change desired. Repetitive complaining will attract things for you to complain about. Repetitive gratitude will attract things for you to be thankful about." Pretty strong statement. I've been listening to talks by Rabbi Rami Shapiro, who's also known as the Zen Rabbi, who studied Zen Buddhism throughout his life and then ended up going to rabbinical school. He started what's called the Order of the Holy Rascals, and he wrote that love and laughter are the key, and there is no religion higher than truth. And we listened to a talk where he spoke of a mantra practice being part of a Jewish tradition, to repeat a sacred word or mantra to separate you from other consciousness. He spends every morning in mantra practice, but evidently in some Orthodox prayer books, there are texts that list mantras based on your name, your first letter of your name, and the last letter of the name. And the list will give you a verse in the Old Testament that contains your mantra. I haven't tried this yet because I don't have an Orthodox prayer book, so if anyone has one, please share with me and let me borrow it. I thought that was interesting. I had downloaded this next affirmation by Snoop Dogg before he became the winner of the Olympics. And I'll leave the so-called crip walking out, and the following is from a youth program he has online called Doggyland Kids Songs and Nursery Rhymes. This is really cool. And it starts out with, "There is no one better to be than myself. Today is going to be an amazing day. My feelings matter. I get better every day. I choose to feel happy. My family loves me so much. I care about others. I learn from my mistakes. I am responsible. I am surrounded by love. Every problem has an answer. I deserve to feel good. Anything is possible." I grew up with that mantra from my mother. Anything is possible. I believe in myself. And I think this last one is most important. I control my own happiness. Wow, such great words. My all-time favorite affirmation comes from Psalms 23:4. "Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me." This verse is a statement of faith and trust in Spirit's protection and guidance, even in the face of danger and death. That's something you could quote to yourself if you're feeling anxious. Anxiety has hit you. You're not sure what the next step in your life should be. Just, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. This verse is often used as a source of comfort and inspiration in times of hardship and grief. And this is a verse I memorized at a very early age, along with many other Bible verses that was required by my parents. My parents were Pentecostal ministers. But Psalms always stayed with me in my heart. Once in high school, the English teacher required students to write out a memorized poem while sitting in class without any books. I hadn't memorized the poem. Sorry. I tried to memorize the poem, and then it hit me. I know all of the Psalms, and I know all of John 3:16 and 3:17. We say them in prayer every night. So I wrote them all out, and I got an A. It came in handy. The next one is from the SRF lessons, entitled How to Practice Affirmations and Affirmations for Healing, provided by one of our morning meditators, Bruce, who is here today. We enjoy his energy every morning. And I'm paraphrasing. Affirmations are superior to the customary form of prayer. They remind the soul of what it already has and what it has temporarily lost because of forgetfulness. Words are vibrations of thought. In an affirmation, one should say the words with a force of conviction and also seek to feel deeply in the meaning of the thought behind them. One's foremost affirmation should be for realization of oneness with God, and thereafter for wisdom and bliss, then for harmony, then for health, and then for true happiness and success for all mankind. Does anyone ever notice that the word mankind ends with the word kind? That's a wonderful affirmation. Recently, I came across an article that quoted Anjali Close. She's a PhD psychologist, and she explains why affirmations are so good for your mental health. I read in the article, shifting our mental attention towards our intentions to have the potential to help us steer away from negative thinking into patterns and create a positive change in mood, mindset, and energy. When life leaves you feeling out of control, there's power in setting intentions. Now, these short statements may seem innocuous at first, but according to psychology, they can be powerful tools for cultivating positivity, clearing your head, and keeping you focused. Dr. Close suggested starting with a 5 to 10 minute meditation every day. Wow. That's everybody meditated 5 to 10 minutes a day across the world. This world would be a different place. So clear your mind and ask yourself, what matters most to my heart? This way you're approaching your affirmations in mindfulness, clarity. And I'm going to read a few of her recommended affirmations. I understand that nothing is permanent, and I am centered and balanced no matter what. I can choose how I respond to what's around me. You're in a situation, something boils you up, I'm going to choose to not react and not be judgmental. I am strong, resilient, and capable. So in our teachings, we start our day with meditation. So have faith in yourself to start the day, every day, with meditation. Show love to your soul by making that connection with the Creator every day. I know the bliss and satisfaction that springs from the union of the soul with the living Christ, and that bliss and satisfaction does abide with me throughout all eternity. I know that the presence of the living Christ is fully established in me, and I am the pristine purity of Christ. And as Yogananda said, I am immortal. Behind the wave of my mind is the ocean of cosmic consciousness. And in your daily interactions with others, be aware of your responses. You've used love to guide you throughout the day, and start finding that place within you that will conduct interactions with love first. Affirm in the midst of trials. I am grateful that divinity is fully established throughout my entire being. And when in a challenging situation, which happens almost every day, study what you're feeling and dig deep within yourself to set aside the ego. Respond with kindness and love in your heart. And remember, I am not a mortal being. I am not the body. I am a child of God. God, I am abundantly able to succeed in every effort that I truthfully designate. And when speaking, do so consciously. Words are energy that can affect you and those around you, so speak without judgment. Think before speaking, and ask yourself this: is it true? Is it helpful? Have you spoken with integrity? Was it necessary? Was it kind? And in our daily walk of life, associating with colleagues, seek that space in your heart center. Balance it with honesty, kindness, and love. And be loving to your body. Treat it kindly. When beginning a meal, take a few moments and send a prayer of gratefulness and blessings who have made our meal today. Blessings, though they're in the room. Thank you for creating our meal today. I find that some days I'd be working. Oh, I've got to eat. I run, I get food. I'm eating it, and I even stop to say, thank you for this food. Thank you for nourishing my body. During the activities of daily living, be faithful to your body. And remember, I am apart from the body. No heat, cold, or sickness can touch me. I am free. And be true to your commitments. Sister Joan said, commitment is that quality of human nature that tells us not to count the days or the months or years, conversations of efforts or rejections, but simply to go on, going on. In other words, don't give up. And be loving and kind during times of recreation and association. Embrace the unknown with a loving, kind heart during your interactions with others. Freedom is the mastery of self-realization, knowing that God, I am, is the God principle, and thus begin to ride our life stream home, returning to the infinite in body, soul, and spirit. And remember, all creatures, large and small, have been gifted the same amount of life spark. We are equal in the eyes of the Creator. It is how we choose to utilize the gift of that spark. Our light, the flame contained within our breath, connected to our soul, and that heart center that determines the outcome. So step forward with loving thoughts from the center of your heart. This is where our divine parents reside. And send that loving energy throughout the etherical self into our Mother Gaia, and return it to the top of our heads, to Spirit Divine, where our soul connection resides. And as Norm always said, keep the top of your head open. So as we go into our meditation, take a moment to check your posture. If you're in a chair or on a meditation mat. Make sure your spine is properly supported and your knees are below your hips. Take a moment to rid the lungs of accumulated carbon dioxide. Too much carbon dioxide causes a little bit of restlessness, so expel the breath through the mouth with a double exhalation. Then examine your breath. Start at the base of the spine, breathing from both the front into the back of your spine, expanding the lungs into the rib cage, and repeat this to the heart center. Hold it for a few seconds, then slowly exhale. Then find that space between your eyebrows, the third eye. Give it a little bit of energy. Gently massage your third eye clockwise, and then envision the six-pointed star that is always there. And notice that the energy from the third eye connects to the energy at the base of our neck. And then envision the DNA matrix flowing up and down the spine. And then connect that energy into the earth, grounding yourself. And we are ready to enter into meditation. You may use whatever method you are familiar or comfortable with. And envision a golden thread at the top of your head, pulling your spine erect. As we transition out of meditation, take a moment and notice how you feel sharing these precious moments. We are sharing the joy in meditating in fellowship and experiencing the co-creating, elevating, and raising the energy level closer to the Creator as we are all one.
When I hear the Om as I still my mind, heaven is here, heaven is here, heaven is here right now. When I see your light as I meditate, heaven is here, heaven is here, heaven is here right now. When I feel your love in the garden of peace, heaven is here, heaven is here, heaven is here right now. When each face I see shines just like the sun, heaven is here, heaven is here, heaven is here right now. When virtue rules and guides our lives, heaven is here, heaven is here, heaven is here right now. When I hear the Om as I still my mind, heaven is here, heaven is here, heaven is here right now. When I see your light as I meditate, heaven is here, heaven is here, heaven is here right now. When I feel your love in the garden of peace, heaven is here, heaven is here, heaven is here right now. When each face I see shines just like the sun, is here. Heaven is here. Heaven is here right now. When